coming up next, it's a lightweight bout between Nate Diaz and Justin Gaethje. If I ask you who the most exciting man in mixed martial arts is today, I trust the answer just might be Justin Ray Gaethje. Realized a major championship outside the UFC. He has really taken this promotion by storm since signing with the MMA leader a few years ago.
I mean, pace, pressure, aggressiveness, just meanness, a mentality that only allows him to pursue victory. Watching him against Edson Barbosa, withstand some of the strikes that he took to get the knockout was a sight to behold. The fight against Michael Johnson in his UFC debut. Michael Johnson was a top 5 guy in the world, and Justin Gaethje completely melted him with pressure and pace. Just one of the most active guys in the UFC on the roster.
More bonuses than UFC fights. Need I say more? Justin Gaethje back for more time. Well, enjoy him while he's here, folks, because you never know if this will be the last time we see Nate Diaz in the UFC with a fan base really as big as any fighter in the sport. Diaz is back tonight, and we're glad to see him.
Stockton, stand up. This guy has a cult following. He is one of the most interesting guys in the UFC because he has this sense that he really doesn't care to be here, but he also doesn't feel as comfortable anywhere but in the octagon. So it's a love-hate relationship with fighting for Nate Diaz. When he's happiest, when he's best, he's fighting in the UFC, a guy that boxes. Unbelievable, but I think it's the attitude of Nate Diaz that has made him into one of the biggest stars that we've ever seen in the octagon.
He had a couple of life-changing paydays against Conor McGregor, the win at UFC 196, the majority decision loss at UFC 202.
Which to this day he says he won, right?
He thinks he won that fight. But one thing goes without saying, and I'll say it anyway, when Nate Diaz fights, the world is watching, and that is the case yet again here tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC lightweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a kickboxer, holding a professional record of 23 wins, 4 losses. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 155 pounds. Justin, the Highlight Gaethje. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. A jiu-jitsu fighter holding a professional record of 22 wins, 13 losses. He stands 6 feet tall, weighing in at 155 pounds. Fighting out of Stockton, California, USA. Ladies and gentlemen, an Ultimate Fighter season winner, Nate Diaz. And with the action begins, our referee in charge, Herb Dean.
The veteran Herb Dean draws the assignment here.
Ready.
Well, for all the places we go in the world, few can hold up to this one. Good evening from T-Mobile Arena here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Opened April of 2016. UFC went there for the first time at UFC 200, and they've been bringing big shows seemingly every other month ever since.
They call Vegas the fight capital of the world. And if you're talking about a home base for the UFC, you're talking about T-Mobile Arena, home to some of the biggest UFC events ever. UFC 200, Conor McGregor versus Khabib Nurmagomedov. This place has been the home of some of the biggest UFC fights in history. Tonight, we get to take the same walk to that octagon to try to make your mark on the sport.
Well, we talked about his reach advantage off the top. Made good use of it there with that punch, DC. Well, he's doing a nice job here blocking these shots. The chin is tucked, the hands are high. Pretty good job defensively thus far.
Great job defensively. He's seeing everything coming. Left hand punch from the clinch.
Oh, strong punch there. Oh!
Dude's hurt. Serve him up. Go get him.
Now goes in and secures the takedown. Oh! Well, that's not what you're looking for defensively. He moved right into that hook, and his opponent wisely lands it to the body there. He has been increasingly more susceptible to that strike. Let's see if that one gets his attention. Gaethje's lower jaw now starting to show signs of swelling. And both guys really throwing with authority. So so just over 20 total strikes have landed for Nate Diaz. DC, didn't take him long to find his range here tonight, huh?
His timing is on point.
Oh, Superman punch. Not always easy to execute. He did so there.
Nice body kick right under the elbow. Great punch.
Whoa!
What a fantastic strike to throw at the exact right moment. He deserves this moment. Go finish his fight.
Oh, straight right. Well, missed on that one. Nice connection there by Nate Diaz. Not a guy you want to let get going. Oh, that is as big a strike as he has landed thus far tonight. Oh, late defense on the takedown and scrambles to his feet. Nicely done.
Big punch lands over the top. How's he gonna follow this one?
Oh, inside leg kick lands for him, DC. That was beautiful technique.
He's beating up both sides of the leg. A lot of times you see guys throwing outside kicks. He's switched it up now, and he's beating up the inside of his opponent's leg.
His opponent could be out of here soon, DC.
He's almost done. I mean, when you get hit with a shot like that, you don't know whether to run, hide, grab, or wrestle. He's confused. He's as confused as he was on his first test in elementary school. Big, powerful punch lands. Now he gets back to range.
Back and forth we go. Under 2 minutes now to go in the round.
That right hand landed.
Just out of range with that right hook. Well, he continues to do a nice job here defensively, protecting his head, raising the guard, and really frustrating the offensive fighter a little bit.
Lesson 1 in boxing class, hands up, chin down.
Single collar tie now. And they separate.
Nice punch land.
Right up the gut, DC. He's in a world of trouble now.
They say the straight ones are the ones that get there first, and it got right to the target.
Oh, really exploiting his reach advantage as he landed the jab there, DC. All right, he'll engage in a single collar tie. Nice straight there by gaethje. Under a minute to go in the round.
Oh, that's a nice strike.
Oh, beautiful jab from Nate Diaz. If he gets that weapon going early, could be trouble.
Yeah, he starts touching you with the jab over and over again, and then when he starts to let that right hand fly, you start to see real big reactions from his opponent.
Oh, left hook to the head, it's blocked. That's a perfect scramble right there. Beautiful transition. Just misses there with the left. Oh!
He needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad.
All right, he's got the full mount now. Is this one of the most dominant positions in MMA? Is that fair to say?
It's a very dominant position. It's one of the most ideal positions you can get to, especially if you are fighting someone that doesn't truly understand that they're not in as much danger as they are, because it's dangerous, but there are a lot of outs, and if a person isn't very understanding of that, then you can really, really put some damage on it.
All right, let's now look back at some of the action from that round. He went headhunting, landed, nearly got the finish too.
A lot of coaches tell you don't headhunt. In this case, he's been headhunting, and he landed a big enough shot to truly put his opponent on notice.
You ready to fight? Ready. Good.
Big punch land. Ooh.
Gaethje's lower jaw is extremely swollen now. All right, good job by him there to raise the guard and protect his head.
He's doing a good job of keeping the guard high, blocking his head, making sure he's not taking those damaging strikes up top.
Nice combination there from Nate Diaz. We'll see if he can follow it up here, DC.
Nate Diaz is the volume, the precision. He's in your face from start to finish. Guy that will overwhelm you with a lot of things.
Ooh, diving punch lands.
He's in trouble. He's hurt bad. Now into his mouth. Oh, look
to the full mount. All right, so inside the open guard of his opponent. You got to be careful playing around for too long here on the ground with this guy. Working off of his back here. Looks like he may try to hip escape. Keeping busy here off of his back. Nice offense from the bottom. Diaz is back in full mount. All right, so you got to be careful playing on the ground with this guy. You don't want to mess around for too long. Oh, he postured up there, gained some valuable separation.
And now the ground and pound starts.
Pocket presence and punches and pressure and pace. It's a lot of keys, but when you're fighting Nate Diaz, you better be prepared because he is coming and he is not stopping until the final horn. Oh, the ground and pound strikes continue to rain down. The opponent better move out of harm's way or the referee's going to stop this.
He better start to move, and when his opponent starts to posture, he needs to put his feet on the hip, push him away to try to escape this very, very dangerous position.
All right, he's got side control here, DC. You know, he's got a lot of different submissions in his arsenal once this fight gets to the ground. Elbow landed there by Diaz.
He's putting him in exactly the positions he needs to be in right now. He's able to relax here, and he understands, being a veteran of so many fights, that as long as he's on top, he's winning. He feels like he's winning here.
Side control now, DC. A lot of options at his disposal from here.
Whoa! Oh, he's hurt bad. He's hurt bad, John. He's hurt. He's hurt. Oh, wow. Oh!
Oh, we're getting a finish here. And this might just be a matter of time. The sheer will is really remarkable to watch. All right, right into side control here, DC. Biggest difference between half guard and side control.
Well, side control.
Diaz sinking in on a choke. It appears to be tight.
Oh, he's got a choke.
He might get a finish here.
Oh, he might have got him with a choke.
And there it is.
Oh!
Yeah, great job executing the submission in that fight. Really strong work. You can see the years of repetitions in the gym to set it up and ultimately get the tap there. Great technique to set up the finish. All right, let's take a look back at the replay as he gets it done by submission tonight, champ.
Just watch how slowly he approaches the submission, though. He never rushes. He takes his time, but it's his trickiness. It's his ability to trick people into going to the floor with him that puts them in danger and finishing fights.
So there he is, your winner by submission. That is a finish they will likely be talking about for some time. Big win, major statement made to the rest of this division.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 12 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by tap out, Nate Diaz!
Well, the celebration is on in his corner, and hard to blame these guys, sort of waiting to exhale, get a huge win tonight, and not just the win, but they get it by submission.
They knew what they had in front of them. They knew how tough a competitor his opponent was, but they also knew that if they could get this fight to the ground, they could find a submission. They found a submission. He got his hand raised, in the way that he loves the most.
Nate Diaz and Justin Gaethje. The most exciting man in mixed martial arts today, my fantasy football team, is Team Gaethje. Justin Gaethje, since signing with the UFC a few years ago, has absolutely taken this promotion by storm.
And he's only in main events. He's only in main events because, you know, when you put Justin Gaethje at the top of the marquee, people will show up to watch in the arena, but they will also tune in on their television sets, on their computers, their laptops, on your PS4 or your Xbox, regardless of the console. People will show up to watch Justin Gaethje fight. All-action fighter, has great wrestling, but it's his boxing and his leg kicks that has truly made him special to fight fans all around the world.
All right, get out your 209 tattoos, folks. Here he is, Nate Diaz, one of the biggest superstars in all of mixed martial arts. It's amazing to think where he could have taken his star power if he was in a regular cycle competing every 3 months.
Yes, if he fought as regularly as most guys, his star power would be even bigger. But Nate Diaz moves at his own pace. A phenomenal striker and a great jiu-jitsu tacticianer. You fall into Nate Diaz's guard, you will get submitted, as he's shown on a number of occasions. A fantastic fighter. Welcome back, Nate Diaz.
You're not going to out-cardio these Diaz brothers. You're not going to out-tough Nate Diaz. And once again, he is facing top competition here tonight. We'll see how it goes for Nate Diaz here in his UFC return. And now our tail of the tape for this lightweight scrap. Diaz is 4 years the elder. He will have a 6-inch reach advantage. All right, now for the particulars, here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the Octagon, Yves Loving. And now, this is the moment UFC fans around the world have been waiting for. Live from the sold-out Madison Square Garden Arena in New York City, it's time! 5 rounds in the UFC lightweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a kickboxer, holding a professional record of 23 wins, 4 losses. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 155 pounds. Justin, the Highlight Gaethje. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a jiu-jitsu fighter, holding a professional record of 22 wins, 13 losses. He stands 6 feet tall, weighing in at 155 pounds. Fighting out of Stockton, California, USA, he is an Ultimate Fighter season winner, Nate Diaz!
Okay, guys, protect yourself at all time, obey my command at all time. If you want to touch love, do it now, go back to your corner.
They touch him up, and we are underway.
You ready?
So here is the inimitable Nate Diaz, more than 10 years on this UFC roster, and here's a guy who intimidates a lot of opponents before they even make the walk tonight. Very difficult guy to deal with and an exceedingly hard guy to put away. Nate Diaz back in another big spot tonight. Oh, really using his reach advantage there with that land, DC. All right, good to have you with us tonight as we get round 1 underway. On one side of this equation, we have one of the best jiu-jitsu practitioners in the sport. And whether he pulls guard or goes for the takedown, you got to think at some point this fight's going to hit the net.
As soon as the fight hits the floor, he's going to start pulling his legs, he'll start attacking his neck. You are never safe when you're fighting this guy.
Man, is he timing his shots well here tonight, DC. It's hard to recall him being this accurate in the past.
I mean, he is so sharp. And not only is he accurate, he is like that left hand. What a fantastic strike to throw at the exact right moment. He deserves this moment. Go finish his fight.
Back to the feet.
Good punch land.
And both guys really throwing with authority. Oh, left hook to the head, it's blocked.
Again, in the clinch.
Nate Diaz presses forward and lands here, DC. You know this is a pressure style and a pace that he can certainly keep up for 15 full minutes if needed. Straight right is there. So as we pull up some numbers here for you, 29 total strikes have landed for Nate Diaz. Really timing his shots nicely, good tempo, very accurate, finding the range with relative ease.
Yeah, he's doing a great job of really overwhelming his opponent with activity.
Gaethje's lower jaw now starting to show signs of swelling. And they separate. Oh, effective strike there by Gaethje. Oh, lands a left punch there, and a lot of it set up by good footwork.
Really great footwork and setting traps so that he can land that beautiful left hand. Big knee lands right to his opponent's midsection.
Gaethje gets tagged by that straight punch. Nice land for the offense there. Oh, well done moving the head there to slip that left hand. All right, he closes the distance, gets the single collar tie.
Big powerful punch lands. Now he gets back to range.
Big, straight left. Oh, I love the jab. I know you love the jab. That was a nice one.
It's my favorite punch in all the fighting.
All right, so he continues to use his jab effectively here, DC. He gets that hand to the target pretty quick.
I mean, just right away, blasting the jab after jab after jab. He's a phenomenal boxer with a vast understanding of fighting behind an educated jab. Nice kicks. These guys are going at it.
Gaethje gets caught with that punch. Got to shore up the defense here. Flush right hand is true. Nice connection there by Nate Diaz. Not a guy you want to let get going here on the feet, DC.
No, because it's all downhill with Nate, right? It's the activity that will overwhelm his opponents, and this looks like the start of that.
Oh, really using his reach advantage as he landed the jab there. 90 seconds to go.
Big punch lands over the top. Dude's hurt. Serve him up. Go get him.
Now goes in and secures the takedown. And this might just be a matter of time.
A flying triangle to finish a fight.
Likely a $50,000 bonus to go with.
He got him!
Well, yeah, so the work in the gym pays off here tonight as he gets the win by submission. Gorgeous setup on the choke, and I think even better execution down the stretch. Clearly it was sunk in deep. His opponent had no choice but to tap or take a nap. In this case, he chose to tap out. All right, let's take a look back at the replay as he gets it done by submission tonight, champ.
He was able to get the fight to the ground exactly where he wanted it. Eventually, his opponent gave him an opportunity to get a submission. He did that, and he should be very proud of the work he did tonight in the octagon.
So there he is, your winner by submission tonight, and that is how you put the rest of the division on notice. A huge result for him here tonight. All right, we now go inside the octagon. Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Ian Levine has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 2 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by tap out, Nate Diaz!
All right, so there he is, all smiles, and rightfully so after he gets the job done by submission tonight. You told me off the air before the fight that he was going to submit him, and that's exactly what happened.
I mean, you know, this guy has such a great submission game that you cannot lay in his guard. and his opponent is known to lay in the guard. He made him pay for it tonight and got the submission victory.